Yeah, because you could see this on your own. You have me because I have to tell you about things.
Yeah.
Cool. So go ahead, see things, and then we'll meet here.
Perfect. Go to both, yeah?
First, I would say. Okay, sit. I'll give you a brief introduction.
Thank you.
Come, I'll give you a brief introduction of this place, okay? So that you will have an idea of what you are seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, this particular dome that you see is called the Bada Gumbad. Now Bada Gumbad means the big dome. This place was made by Lodhi. It is said that there was a tomb in between of it, but now the tomb is not there. Okay. This place was used, in reality, this place was used for meditation. Okay. So there is a point, like in center, where you stand, you can feel the breeze hitting you from the four doors. Okay, and it is said that if you sit there and meditate, there are points in days and points at night where where the vibration becomes so strong that you could hear your own heartbeat. Okay, there you see the one opening on that arch.
Okay.
So that in Islam you pray 5 times, 4 times in a day and 1 time at night. Okay, so the thing is, there are 4 doors. And the sunlight enters through those doors, and there are 12 of the structures made like closed windows. Now the sunlight will fall on each of them at particular time period, and there's technically a degree of what is the intensity of light that is falling, according to which you are going to see the time. According to which you are going to see the time and decide the time for prayer. So it's like a manual sundial. Okay, that will choose the timings of the namaz, like the prayers. Again, you could see that this entire structure is the block structure. These are like big quartz stone kept over another. So it was never before in India this kind of architecture was used. The Lodhi's brought it from Afghanistan. And do you see an arch? The big arch. At the gate, the big arch. It's the first time an arch was introduced in India in a monument. Before this, the technology of making an arch was never present in India. Yeah, so that's it. And you're going to go inside and you'll find that it looks small from here, but once you go inside, it's huge, it's mammoth. Okay? And it is so accurate structurally and architecturally, that once you go inside this place and you see from the small gate, you can find the entire thing fitting. The view fits.
Okay.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And also you could, and I'm talking about the sunlights, right? So just stand in the middle and you could see and feel the vibration, the air and the sunlights crossing your path. So that is again, this is, I think, one of the most architecturally correct structure made in India, or made in the subcontinent, this particular place. Now again, if you come this side, this was a mosque. Okay. Now in Islam you don't have a pictorial representation of God.
Okay.
All you have are His words, that is in Quran. So you will find the verses of Quran has been carved out on the mosques, and it's extremely fine detailing, right? So it took them 35 years to carve out that thing, because it's made out of rocks, right? So it's not marbles that if one slab of marble is wrong, you could take and replace it with the other slab, right? If any mistake will happen, you have to break the entire thing and put new rocks to it, which is extremely difficult. So it is said that all the people who worked as the laborers who carved this thing out were first made to memorize the entire Quran, so that they don't make any mistake while carving it. So that's the reason why it took them 35 years to carve a mosque. If you will see up, you could find that there are designs, and the colors blue and red are still present, and that's like 700 years. The colors are still there from 700 years.
Wow.
This is amazing. One of the most beautiful mosques back in those days that you will have. There's one side, the extreme side of that was given to a mystic. Now mystics are the are like the spiritually aware people, and the king was a disciple of a Sufi mystic. Okay, the mystic's grave is there. The big thing that you see, like this. So it was his grave there. Okay, now this is the guest house. You could go inside. That one is the male quarters. This one is the female quarters. The bigger rack. No. This one is the female quarters. That one is the male quarters.
Okay. We're allowed in both.
Sorry?
We're allowed in both.
Yeah, we're allowed in both. They don't live now, so.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah. So it's like there's a division. Okay, like this. It's not now, but there was a curtain that flew because men and women cannot meet each other unless they're married back in those days. So you'll find the bigger quarter would be the men and the smaller would be the female. Now, both of these guests are very eminent, okay, very big dignitaries of the king. So the smaller racks are for the clothes because kings are going to give them the clothes. The bigger racks are for the book because they used to carry their library together. Okay, so you're gonna find that, and also you need to understand that these people are from Central East. So even back in those days, they cannot handle the heat. Okay, because Delhi was warm. So they had a guy and a girl who were employees in their quarters, and their job was to keep the area cool. Now, how they used to do it is like they used to go to River Yamuna and collect seashells, okay, and then powder it. And they, you know what jute is? Jute is kind of a rope. So they used to make curtains out of that rope and plaster and paste that seashells, okay, and place it inside. And from morning till evening, they used to throw water from the bucket. And when the wind the wind blows or it enters, it will automatically, the water would be absorbed by the jute curtain, and seashell is going to cool it. So it will automatically make it a cooler environment. So it worked like a natural air pump, which is amazing. Back in those days, that kind of technology is amazing. So you're gonna see that, and then this one is the Sheesh Gumbad. Okay, now Sheesh in Persian means mirror, and Gumbad which means dome. Do you see the blue chips on the top? Yeah.
Okay.
You see the blue chips, right? Now, those blue chips are the reflective tiles that were brought in by the Lodhis from Russia. Sorry, from Persia. Okay, and it is said that they have lost their charm, but back in those days, they were so shiny that when the sun shines, it used to reflect back to people. So during the daytime, you could not look at the dome because the entire dome was covered with that. So the sun shined and it reflected back. So people waited till the evening to see that place. Yeah, because it used to reflect a lot, and that's why it got the name Sheesh Gumbad, that mirror dome. So you'll find a lot of graves inside. The government of India doesn't know whose grave it is because the history and the records have been lost. But the families of storytellers or the historians who have been from Delhi know whose grave it is. And you are in luck, I come from a family of storytellers, so I know everything about this place. So what I'm going to do is like, go ahead, see this place, meet me here in 30 minutes, and then we are going to talk about the legend that revolves around this place. And then we'll go and have fun. Yeah. 37, 310, and 340. 340. Yeah, cool. Okay. Perfect.